Can everyone hear me? Are you all there? Oh, crikey Mikey. Let's see what's going on. Hello all. Hello everyone. How's the music volume? Is it loud? Is it too loud? Tell me what's going on. Is the music too loud? Is it too quiet? Ella, I have tea. There we go. I'm kind of quiet. No, really? Oh, that's possibly because I changed my mic volume a little bit. Let me go up to minus. Let's go minus. How's this? Is that a bit better? Yeah, there we go. Let's go. Maybe just go for 0. How's that? Is that better? I've just changed the dynamic volume on my mic, so maybe that's a bit better. Is that sounding alright? Is that better now that the sound is here? So I'm basically just using this stream as an excuse to check my sound balance. While that's going on, music is a bit loud too. I can definitely adjust that. Let's just go in here and reduce the volume of the music a little bit down to there. How's that? Is that better? Good. Actually, maybe that's. There we go. Let's put it to 32. Marvelous. Oh, it's loud in my ears, if nothing else. How's that? That's hopefully better. Marvellous. Right, so, what was I on about? Nattering here. So, here is the map of what we've been up to. So last time we finished the Great Central Main Line between Bury up here and Shanklin down here. I've been doing a few other things. So this railway down here, this green railway, the, what was it, the Kingston and Bradshaw Railway, this has expanded a bit. And what else has happened? Oh, yeah, the Metropolitan Railway down here has expanded quite a bit. So that's kind of grown. So those two little railway networks have grown. Other than that, not a huge amount, really. There's a little loop line that's opened up here to tie Bristol in. But other than that, yeah, there's the most growth has happened in here on these green lines. And the reason this happened so quickly is because basically it was making use of a load of existing freight lines. So that was quite straightforward, really. And I did it off stream because time reasons. I'm kind of keen for us to start looking at things slowing down and actually watching trains move around. K&B looks like the South London network for complexity. Yeah, it's a bit doolally. We're going to go and look at it in real life. In any case, tonight's stream is going to be, well, we'll see what happens. But firstly, we're going to connect up. We're going to start extending, basically, in game world, the Great Western has sort of seen the state of the Great Central Main Line and realised that they're starting to lose their monopoly on sort of long-distance travel. So they're now wanting to extend all the way up to Frome up here. So that's precisely what they're going to do. They're going to extend their railway up to Frome. So let's see what happens. Let's go into yon computer game and make the magic happen, shall we? Which involves me firstly doing this, pressing buttons. Let me just make sure the levels are all right. Yeah, perfect. And then doing something like this. I'll also get the chat up as well because I want to see what you're all up. What are you all going on about? Right. Okay. Good stuff. Here we are. There's a nice little view. So we are in. We're in Bradshaw. Bradshaw is is kind of theoretically going to be our main sort of metropolis. I need a stream deck. Now I've got 3 monitors in front of me, but you'd think 3 would be enough, but apparently not. In any case, it's fine. Everything's working smoothly. So it's Shildon here, and Bradshaw. It's interesting that I renamed this place. This used to be called Morton Hampstead, which was just a stupid name for the main city. So I've renamed it Bradshaw because Bradshaw, and also Shildon. So 2 famous railway names make the names of our 2 big cities here, or rather 1 big city. I'm hoping that these are going to smoosh into one thing. We'll see. I'm glad people are enjoying their pizza. Yeah, so let's have a look at so we're going to go down to Kingston here. So this is, I think I was starting to expand this through. So this is a nicely messy station throat here. You can see this kind of the freight side of the station, and then the slightly more smarter looking passenger side, with just a mess of a throat. I love it. This is the sort of chaos. Early in game, make your station throats as horrifying as possible. Because basically that's realistic. There's a nice train. Where's this one off to? This is off to the Maghull line, so that's off to. Well, let's have a look, shall we? let's bring the green up and just shrink this down to be nice and tiddly and pop it up here. So where are we off to? Oh, and also let's just shrink it over there as well. Yeah. So this is the green lines are the ones that have appeared on the map. So first of all, it did involve a kind of an extend, as you'd expect, a bit of a kind of a bypass to get past all this freight stuff to start with. But then it comes through into the station at Richmond. There we are, nice Richmond station. Little settlement of Richmond. Richmond is mostly about this big old brickmakers here, which is pumping out the good stuff. Go along here and double junction. Again, double junctions, not so much. You won't see double junctions nowadays because this bit of track here is a nightmare to tamp and look after. Because it's not, and also this, you also want to avoid kind of diamonds. Flat crossings aren't actually great, so you don't see many of these nowadays. However, in 1859, Beezer, get them involved. Another nice little crossing here. It's busy with railways around here. You can see it's because of the brickworks. There's a lot of industrial railway here because of the brickworks. In any case, so the two bits of railway, one of them is using the existing freight line that was already there, going through Stamford. So Stamford Station's been expanded here. So it was just a goods terminus. Now it's expanded to include some space for passengers. And then it heads up along the existing railway that was kind of already in place into a separate terminus down here. So Maghull Highfield Road. So a separate station. So it doesn't actually link with the station at Maghull, but there is a kind of a carriage service that kind of does the loop, so people can get from one side of the city to the other, or the town to the other. So that's one of the lines, and the other. Where's the other one? Oh yeah, it's right down here. It's quite long, that one. The other one peels off on another double junction and goes along here and services. This is Stamford here, I believe. Oh no, Bridport. Sorry, this is Bridport. God, this person's got a fancy. Look at this guy. Crikey, that's the kind of eatery you want. You can roll a pint glass from one side of the other to the other, and it reaches 30 miles an hour by the time it's the bottom. Nice. I like that. In any case. Here we are. So there's the shed. So this goes along, and you see there's another little branch line here, which connects down to Gisborough. Here it is. There's Gisborough. Let's just we can flip that over there. No. Fine. I'll leave you where you were. Fine. So little branch line down to Gisborough, but that's just an out and back. So from operational perspective, pretty straightforward. Probably won't see much change in the next 100 years, to be honest. Anyway, so the line continues along here, reaches Corby. There we are, reached Corby, and then it singles for the last stint before it arrives into Paignton. And at Paignton, it arrives in a new. So already the Great Central Station has already been expanded with an additional bay platform for the services coming in off there. So that keeps them nice and operationally segregated, which is good. Just noticed something a bit strange, which is the fact that the stopping services seem to be... That's no good at all. Come on now. We want So platform 2... Wait a minute, what have we got? Platform 3, sorry, should have... Let's see, platform 3. Is this going to work? Nope, that was not right. So we want the... This is where it gets confusing. I want that to be on 4. And that to be on 3. There we go. God, it's worth me going and checking the other ones now, actually. Yeah, that looks right. Oh, what I should have probably done is not put... Oh, anyway, it's fine. Everything's grand. That's now tidied up. In any case, there we go. So that's some of the green. So all those green lines really are just covering sort of a railway network that's appeared quite quickly using existing freight lines. So, oh God, what have I done here? Why is that confused? Oh, this driver's confused intensely. Ugh, fine, I'll just do that. Anyway, so there we are. Guessing the angle of size would be. It'd not be at 30, more like around 6 miles an hour. I don't know. I've not actually done it. I need to do a radius check actually of some of these to see how they match up with the real world. Obviously, this is a bit like City Skylines, and this is more like a model railway than a real railway. Although the geometry is a bit more realistic, I need to do some measuring to sort of measure some distances of track. I don't know how I'd even begin to do that. I'd have to kind of make some estimations about dimension, do some dimensioning, and actually work out what the track radii are, and whether the speeds that the game comes up with are remotely reflected in the real world. That'd be interesting for me and probably no one else. in any case, that'll be another episode of The Permanent Way if I ever revitalise that series or finish that episode that's basically stopped me from doing the rest. Anyway, so that's all the green stuff. Let's go down to look at the Metropolitan. So I actually did some platform remodelling down here, so that I could use station remodelling. So the throat got remodelled so that I could use it properly. Made it basically worse, but if you like. But anyway, there's a nice scissors crossover to make sure everyone can get everywhere. As you can see, Bradshaw is quite sizable. It's got this lovely elevated section that is with very short. You see, it's got very short block sections, essentially so that they can fit lots of trains through. Because this is now carrying. So in terms of the lines that are visible here, let's just click the invisible lines thing so we see what's going on. Yeah, you can see there are what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different lines servicing this section. So it's, as you'd imagine, it's an intensely used sort of section of railway reaching an urban terminus. It's kind of standard deal, and it kind of filters out like a tree. So there's a line going to Market Harbour there. I think there's another one. Yeah, the same line along here going off to where's that? Off to Ely. Then there's a new line which I just constructed, which involves a horrible messy junction down here, which I'm very pleased with. Just a kind of a flat double junction off a curve, and with a flat crossing with curved track through the flat crossing. This is a nightmare, but again, it's the sort of thing you would have seen when when labour was cheap, and this stuff was sort of, well, it wasn't quite eyed. They would have done the drawings for it, but it was basically done with French circles. That's about as much science. TPF1 had a mod that let you specify curve radii and gradients. Oh, that's quite nice. We were saying earlier, John, in the last one that this junction's worse than your stuff. Yeah, this is the stuff, really. Thing is, this is 1859. If you go onto the NLS mapping website, you will find junctions that look like this. Or rather, given that the game, this is only 9 years since the start of the game time. Actually, by 1859, less so. But in the 1840s and 1850s, in the 1830s and 1840s, you would have seen junctions looking a bit more like this. Quite a lot more flat junction work. Anyway, then this section is going down here. We've got a nice little station here. It's Finsbury Metropolitan. It's nice, isn't it? Little station served there and lovely. And then disappeared off. We've got a little bit of viaduct here connecting this little spittle of land off through to London, which is a pleasingly tiny little settlement. I think it's possibly one of the smallest settlements in game. And then Maybury, which is well, it is what it is. It's just a little settlement. There's not much more to say than that. Anyway, that's all that, basically. Yeah, so these two, you can see all the lines that are going on here. It's quite a lot happening. If I just hide all the non-railway lines, there we go. What else was there to show you? The viaduct to London has a Welsh vibe. It's a Welsh vibe. It's a Welsh... that's Jen on the Move, sorry. Jen on the Move. It has a Welsh vibe. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. It does have a bit of a sort of a Barmouthy type. Yeah, I can see where you're... I mean, it's stone rather than timber, but yeah, I kind of see what you mean, actually. So, let's whiz back over to remind ourselves what the Great Western Railway looks like. Here's the Great Central coming through. Look at that. Pummeling along. Oh, yeah, there's a new Great Central line, which was built pretty rapidly. And again, it's curvier, but it's built pretty flat curvature-wise. And you can see it's curving through. And so lots of flat, kind of fairly flat reversing curves with an intermediate straight on this one. So... kind of the junction here. This is the junction, very nice. Going along, you've got a nice flat curve, and then another flat curve, and then a reverse curve coming into Hendon. So another little sort of station building, kind of a nice coastal station here. Probably needs a harbour. Well, it could have a harbour, couldn't it? I don't exactly know what it would deliver. I suppose it could get some cogs involved. In any case, a bit Scottish. In my opinion. Oh, well, it's a Celtic-looking viaduct, then, that one that I was showing you there. And this is a very Yorkshire viaduct. This is the sort of viaduct you'd see the Harrogate line has on it. The long one, which I forget the name of, that comes out north of Horsforth. It crosses a big viaduct. Anyway, it looks kind of like this. Connecting up a high point with going over an existing railway and a road and another road. And then it comes into Framlingham. Here we are, Framlingham, which is nice. Just a little single station, but still kind of a bit larger than some of the others because... It's Framlingham. It's one of the Great Centrals, so they build to a larger scale because deep pockets. I don't know why. I don't know who. Sir Edward Watkin has clearly got deep pockets or whatever. So this is becoming, so Bury Station's pretty busy. Quite well utilised platforms. There's still a load. I don't know how many trains are coming out, gently trickling through in here because there's This block sections are so long that it's taken ages for trains to empty out. I should probably shorten this section here, shouldn't I, given that... Anyway, never mind, we'll leave it to it. So, Crimple Viaduct. Thanks, Jim the Chair. Very good. So we're heading over to... So here's Leighton. This is the bottom end of the Great Western. So I think one of the things that's probably going to end up happening, like in the 80s... This is a bit like York, actually. In the sense that in probably the 1880s or 1890s, this terminal and this terminal station are going to become a larger through station, I think, here. And this will end up getting deprecated just as good as a goods yard. But not yet, because it's not a problem. In any case, so that's happening. But, so we follow this railway north. This is the Great Western. I mean, you can see that the Great Western Station is a little bit dwarfed now in Shanklin, so at some point that's probably going to have to get expanded as well. But for now, it's not. It's fine. There's, you know, Shanklin Central Station is pretty dominant, given that it only has 2 services running into it. For now, I'll point out, because at some point there's going to be. I think after we've extended this, you're going to see that map earlier showed that there's some. In fact, let me just quickly go in here and go to this button, this one here. So you can see some issues here. One of them is that Matlock is a little bit on its own. There's not really anything connecting. I mean, you could connect up to Elliottsborough. Elliottsborough is not a major station. They're not really equipped to deal with the junction traffic. And then the Great Central Main Line, well, they could start establishing a sort of a suburban network that's the Great Centrals, but the sort of thing that happened in the real world is that you'd have lots of different companies trying to submit their plans for new railways into Parliament and lobbying like hell to make sure that their railway line was the one that was built. So, for example, you can see there's an obvious railway line here connecting, or lack of railway line connecting Droitwich with Nottingley and Harrogate, and yet it doesn't exist yet. Reason being that there's currently a battle between, in my brain anyway, in my made-up fictional brain, a battle between the Great Western and the Great Central as to who's going to be able to deposit the railway with Parliament to actually build it. So what the result is that everyone loses out. This is very much, I kind of, not entirely unique to Britain, but it was quite a British thing. It's why the British railway network is rubbish. Like, it's not a net, it's just a completely horribly discoordinated, disjointed mess of railway lines with no strategy whatsoever. Similarly, same sort of battles going on up here with Hartlepool, Wakefield, Ipswich. This is an obvious bit of railway line connecting here, but we're getting awfully far from kind of the GWR sort of main operating area, and yet, oh yeah, I forgot we've done the Morecambe branch as well. We'll come back to that. And yet this area, it just means that it's not very well served. So actually what you might see is the Great Central might start expanding, who knows, but for now, they remain unserved. Some people pointed out in the Discord there's not really a north-south connection yet. Yeah, it's very true, there isn't really a north-south connection. It'll be interesting to see how that develops. I'm expecting it to develop kind of quite organically, but for me, part of that reason for that is that the main settlements are actually east-west, so it's kind of like the opposite of Britain. The major settlements are really on an east-west axis, so you're seeing lots of cities on an east-west axis, and there's not a huge amount, kind of everything's a bit more fractal out onto the fringes. Anyway, we'll see how it develops. I quite like the way this is built up pretty organically so far. I'm enjoying it. In any case, I now need to press this button and then get you lot back and then do this. Anyway, how's that? That was pretty slick, right? My brain is also made up and fictional, says Roaming Adocrat. Well, indeed. Let's have a look. So there's currently, yeah, so where was I? I was weaving force northwards on the Great Centrals, on the Great Western. So we've got this little station in Elliottsborough that's not particularly grand, but it's sort of, you know, it's fine. And at the moment then, the railway diverts off to over our first big viaduct we built and ends up in Southport here. Now what's going to happen is, the plan is that this railway is going to divert off its route to Southport, come up, they're going to rebuild Blackpool station into something more substantial. At the moment it's like a little poxy little branch line station. It's going to get rebuilt into a larger terminus. They'll have to negotiate what the junction will look like between these two reaching that station, and then it's going to peel up northwards and essentially connect across here up to Raleigh. There'll be a new station in Raleigh that I think that this railway company will kind of build a bit of a connection round into, and then mothball this existing station, as quite often happened, or not necessarily mothball it, but it'll see a diminished service, shall we say. And then the Great Western will continue up to Frome. So the plan is, how long have I been streaming for? I have absolutely no idea. However, it was about 6, wasn't it? So 20 minutes, 22 minutes. We're going to start heading. We're going to start building this thing. We're going to actually start creating it. So the first thing I think we need to do is look at the station in Blackpool and start expanding it. Because at the moment the line going out to Stratford, which is quite a major, I mean it's a major line, but it goes down a single track for quite a lot of its length. So again, this is making use of existing freight lines for much of its journey. So that may well need to be expanded into double track. We'll see how the traffic goes. After this construction, so after we've built this extension of the Great Western, I think I might leave it. Like, we can actually go and look at steam trains and kind of let it run for a few years and sort of see how the service stabilizes. We can kind of, we can RP that that everything sort of stabilized, and the rest of the railways that haven't appeared yet, kind of in legal battles. That should be what we do. In any case, yeah, I built this little branch line up to Morecambe. And kind of connected Morecambe up with there's a nice little journey here. So if I get rid of that, you can see that there is a nice little ferry service that goes up to Lowestoft, which connects. Quite nice, isn't it? Anyway, so that's all grand. I'm going to close that now because we need to start thinking about what Blackpool Station is going to look like. Oh, and kind of to do that, I need to visualise, broadly work out what this. Well, let's have a look at the terrain first because we need to understand what. Nope, this one. Let's have a look. So we need to we're going to come up. So there's a straight bit of track here, which is right for a junction. So it might be that we come around this curve and have the junction up, or it could be that we continue this straight along here. I kind of got a feeling that might be what we might end up doing. Saying that involves a lot of excavation. Now we're going to come off. We're going to have a straight, and we're going to come off in this direction. And basically come up along here. It's pretty much a straight line, I think. In fact, should we do that? Should we shoot off our bit of railway line, and that'll help us to decide what we're going to do. So let's have a look. What sort of speed do I want to be doing here? Let's go for the inside of the curve, because that's the bit that's the tightest radius. Let's go for a... So this is right, you see 40 is already pretty... 40 mile an hour curve is pretty flat. Let's go a bit further back. Let's go from here. 40 miles. Can we do a 50? Let's do a 40. But it might be that this junction gets remodeled so that the primary direction ends up being the other way to go northwards. For now, it's going to be a branch. But what you might end up doing, actually, let's have a think. Let me just have a little think. Yeah, we're going to do that. Because we can come back to the remodelling. I'm kind of trying to, at no point am I building the perfect railway at this stage. I'm saving that until the 1900s, when they start having to really optimise things. But for the moment, this is going to do us nicely. So we've got 40 mile an hour junction, then some nice straight track. So the other thing I've got in my head the whole time I'm doing this is, Lewis, it's fine. It's not a problem that you're late. Don't worry. No one's judging. I always kind of keep slightly different construction styles for each of my different coloured companies. So this is a Great Western, and they build things a bit more on the cheap, which is the opposite of the real Great Western, of course. Unless you'd, well, what I mean is, I'm sure you've worked out at this point that, I'm sure you'd worked out up to this point that the railway companies in this game bear no resemblance to the real ones, and well, maybe the Great Central a little bit, but. Yeah, not really. That's not been the aim of my game, or my playthrough here. It's more to just talk about making railway design look like a thing. So there's a, make your railways look broadly real, and sort of how I think when I play these. Right, let's have a 60 mile an hour curve. Very nice. I'm going to drop it down to, there we go. 60 miles an hour. Do I want that to be shallower, actually? I think maybe I could have it shallower. If I brought that round 75, let's see, where's that? 75, it's about that. Now, let's have a think. I just want to make sure it's not too... Yeah. Let's see if I come out that way. So, I think then that's enough for me to then come and do my journey up in a short while. Also need to move that signal block a bit, so I can do that now before I forget. Go and just do that like that and delete these two. Oh, another thing. How's this? Let's have a look. Nice. It's alright. Nice and flat. Marvellous. That'll do for now. So that's the railway being kind of started there. There we go. So there's the little branch line station. But where's this big station going to go? Are we going to have it... Are we going to kind of position it up here, or are we going to have it coming through here? What are we going to do? What are we thinking? I mean, we could expand... We could just expand this one. There's a lot of people in here. Yeah, Blackpool, Great Western. Maybe we can get away with doing just that. So for now, we've got... What have we got? It's, let's pop in... I'm going to make this a chunky island. I'm also going to extend this way a bit, and also this way a bit. Now, let me just check how much of that is. Yeah, grand, okay. Oh, I need to probably demolish this, which is... That's easily arranged. Yeah, lovely. There we go. It's just to give us some space. So... For now, I think I'm going to do two track, or kind of an island with two flankers like this, and have the two tracks coming through, and then we'll need the mother of all junctions here to kind of get these two to do the thing we need them to do, because this then needs to disappear off in this direction over here. So making sure that they all connect up is going to be challenging. Yeah, it might be. I mean, I suppose we could have 4 tracks coming this way and then peeling off. That might be the way to do it. Kind of. But ideally, we don't want to waste. We want this to be fast-ish. So we kind of want to have. We kind of want to maximise or minimise rather the length of track. Oh, I've missed a platform here. Let's just platform this up. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And also give this. So we're expanding this station, and we're also going to give it some. There we go. Just do these. There we go. Marvelous. There we go. That's not too bad. It's a neat little station. But let's also, while we're at it, let's just bulldoze this and expand the station buildings as well. There we go. Passenger building. There we go. Let's give it a nice. Where do we kind of want it to be? We kind of want it to be. Let's go central. Let's go in the middle. Actually, let's do it that way. In the middle, and let's also get some nice buildings on the side, just to give it a bit of scale. I think this is a more substantial station. It's going to carry more passengers. As a result, we kind of need it to have a bit more grandeur, I think. Now let's just try. Oh gosh, there we go. So let's do. There we go. That's what I was hoping for. This needs to actually. I need to kind of do this, and then also get rid of this and that. Hopefully, this will now. There we go. Road building in this game is not. It's not ideal, to be honest. It is not ideal. Let's do that, and then just see if this works. Oh, it's not perfect, but it'll do. Can I do something vaguely pleasing with this to make it not horrible? That's what I think. Actually, you know what? This is going. Boom, it's gone. It's gone. I'm going to do a straight line. I'm going to connect this through with a straight line and then join things up to it, because the town's probably going to expand a bit anyway, so let's do a better job of. There we go. Let's do that. Join that up there, then like that. That's very nice. And then likewise, let's do that too. There, slightly kind of involved making it fit with the surrounding town. Likewise, this is going to get built here. There we go. And just if I do that, glorious. The station that makes sense. I mean, bearing in mind, it's still got a It's not perfect because it's going to have a horrible level crossing in the middle of it, and we're going to have to go through some of these towns and really fix these level crossings. Anyway, let's see. So, next thing that I need to do is... Oh, golly, yeah, this... Where's this main street? It's going to have to get moved. So, if I delete this and then build it again, but moved, I think it will... Hopefully, will that work? If I just move it slightly, maybe that'll solve the problem. Yeah, I think that should do. Okay. Let's also kibosh this and this. And probably this and this. And let's see what happens when I do this. Let's see. Oh, it's not going to let me do it at all, is it? Because of this thing. Right. Well, we'll bulldoze it and reinstate it. Also get rid of you. And also get rid of you and you for now. We'll come back to that. Right. This way we get a nice unimpeded connection. So we need a little bit more straight from this side to even this up. Let's just do the whole hog. There we go. And then bring this in like this. 67, 66, 65. 60s, come on. It should be... I'm trying to get a... There we go, 67 right the way through. That'll do me nicely. Good. And then likewise on the other one. There we go. So that's one bit of junction. The other now is really needing to connect with our other track. So this is now going to go whiz off in the other direction. So... do I kind of want to start curving this earlier? I think maybe I do, you know. Let's see if I can do it. Ugh. Ugh. Now if I bulldoze those... And... Okay, there we go. Oh, it does not like... let's just... If I do that... There. That's... probably going to have solved my problem. Let me just do this. Yeah, there we go. Kind of want this to be a bit more... Here we are. Now, the trouble is, now, can I... 75. Oof. It's almost to the point where I'm... Maybe I should extend that. The trouble is there is a hill in the way, so this is going to have to sort of shimmy around that hill. Or can I tunnel through it? Now, for now, I'm going to accept that and then draw the same. And then let's just fix this before it all breaks, because otherwise bad things will happen with all my... There we go. Do that, and then also building, as we need one of these, and one of these, and we also need one of these here, didn't we? Oh, please work. Oh, it's not working. Oh, let's have a look at this journey first. What's it supposed to be doing? Kind of coming through... I don't even know what it's delivering. What is it delivering? Bread? No, it's possibly bread. Oh, so it just needs one... Oh, that's fine. Let's put you there. Which I think means that'll... Yay! Hooray. Marvellous. What's the chat? What are you saying in the chat? Oh, is it a bit loud? The music's too loud, is it? That I can fix. The music is going down to 36. How's that? Is that better? Is that any better? Do keep me posted on volume levels, particularly when the steamy trains start appearing, because they are a mixture of horrifyingly loud, but also maybe not loud enough, because I couldn't hear them at all in the stream last week. I checked, which was rubbish, because everyone wants to hear a bit of steam train, right? That's horribly compounded, so that's not going to work. But I think if I connect this up, now let's have a think. Now that Yeah, that's about 75. It's probably going to end up being a compound curve, but I'm actually at peace with that if we... There we go. It's a big old cutting, but it's fine. There we go, and continue that through there. There we go. Marvellous. So we got... So there, what have we got? We've got our various platforms. They're separate. This is probably the wrong... It's probably got the wrong... Oh, wait, what's this moaning about now? Stratford Express and the Stratford Stopper have got... They're moaning about things. Oh yeah, that's because my other end here doesn't actually join up with anything. That's fine, because we now need to work out where this is going to go. So to do that, I think I'm going to build the next station. So we're off up to Shepshed. Shepshed? Yeah. Where's this station going to be? So we're going to be ending up crossing... We're going to be crossing here. Crossing this spittle of land here, which means we're going to kind of come in a bit here, which means I think... Things you kind of want it to be close to the residential area. You don't want it to be too far off the residential area because it, it needs to connect in with what's already there. So, and this is only an intermediate station, so it probably doesn't have to be as big. So let's go for 120 meters, 2-track, and let's spin this round and see what we end up with. Oh, the raspberry seed that was stuck in my tooth for ages has finally come out. It's exactly the detail you wanted to hear. Although, given this quality of my mic, you probably heard it happen in real time. I'm so sorry. Let me just... I've lost the chat. There we go. Let me get you back up here. Is this better? There we go. So, let's just... How can this... Is this going to work? Yeah, I think it is. Although, you know what? Let's spin this... No. It was fine as it was, actually. I'm going to put it right there. Escape does different things to what I remember. Let's just go in here and configure this, because we kind of want... this is going to be a bit more, on a slightly larger scale than it was previously. So we're going to continue to have... this is a larger station building, but this time it's not going to have big... It's going to have 2 little bits like that. That's quite nice. There we go, lovely. Let's now... Oh, where's the... What have we got in terms of... Yeah, so it's 3, and it's got the bit in the middle. Lovely. Let's connect up with the road. So, how is everyone anyway? Are you all well? Are you? What's been on the news? Someone's Eurostar lover has been on the news, watching the news. Is anything good happening? I take it not. Let's just do this. So we've got a nice connection. There we go. There we go. There, that'll do nicely. Oh, while I'm here, let's just do a bit of this, and that, and then paint tools. Just do asphalt. And there we go, just to paint up there. Yeah, just to paint up the plaza so it's a bit neater. There we are, lovely. So this now means that we've got the 2 tracks heading this way. Now, yeah, that'll do. So we've got a nice long straight, lovely. Now, I've just done that, but actually, do I perhaps want this to be a bit more... Do I actually want them to follow the... Let's have a think. What do I want to do? Do I want this to have through platforms? Or do I want it to be flanking with... You know what, maybe... What size is Shepshed? Oh, wait, I've got to... bear with me a second. I'm just going to go over to my PDF to pull up here so I can actually look at where I'm going. Raleig's the big station. No, I think for this station it's going to be... it's going to continue to be this size. It's fine. This is the size I'm happy with. I'm not going to build it as like the Great Central ones where you've got 2 flanking platforms with through tracks in the middle. We're not going to do that for this one. Keeping it cheap. So can I just keep... I mean, I'm kiboshing forest after forest here, you'll notice. Not deliberately. Now, can I come off... The question is how quickly I can come off, basically follow the line of this field, come around here, because that's essentially what I'm going to do. There we are. So let's do that, and then that. And also we kind of want to go like this. Oh, no, it's auto-saving. Sorry, bear with me a second, folks. There we are. So if I do... Oh, I can even go closer, I think. There. Now, the question is, how smoothly can I get myself... because this junction needs to be able to get everyone for each track in each direction. Without compromising things too horribly. Protect our procedurally generated woodlands. The Green Party are against the GWR. Yep, this is it. This is, I have created hell. I'm just going to put that there. Now, if I put this here and just... Oh, gosh. That is about... so the most I can get is 40 to get in there. Oh, that's a bit too far. 46, so this side of the grass. 43, 44. Oh, nearly. I'm just looking for equal numbers. There we go, 44, perfect. So if now will this work? Will this provide me with enough? There we go. Do that and that. So now what I need to do is demolish this curve and build this like this. No, it's not working if I do it from that angle, but hopefully it'll do it from this angle. Yeah. Okay, not bad. So that's getting from that direction to that direction. Now, can I do the same with this? Yes. Now I need to repeat the process. I also need to get rid of these two tracks because I don't think I need them. Don't think I'm going to need these, so I'm going to get rid of those so that I can crossing them up. There we go. So now I just need to... Oh golly. Right, this is where it gets trickier. Yeah, that's alright. And last but by no means least, repeating the process this direction. Now, how am I going to manage that? Can I get the curvature to look right? What's that? 33, 37. That's not quite right, is it? It's not quite right. I think this... No, even that's not right. I'm just trying to get the angle essentially right to join up here. Oh, that's very much not right. What's the... So this is a... So... Yeah, that's it. That's the perfect one. Okay. There we are. We've created Lewisham, which does this, doesn't it? That is a go anywhere, pretty basic in terms of layout. Pretty basic go anywhere, do anything junction, which means that these two will cross horribly, but at least there's a station here, so the trains can be parked here while the horrible crossing happens. Two double junctions. This is not an idealised alignment in terms of maintenance, but it does mean that all trains can go in all directions, nearly. Because if we swap these to double slips, then they really can go. I think that pretty much means that they really can go from any platform into any platform. Let's see what we got. Yeah, double slip, diamonds. If I double slip this, I'm going to double slip this and this as well, just for maximum flexibility, meaning everything can do everything. I'm happy with that. It's a horrifying. It looks very pretty, but generally the prettiest P-way layouts are also often the most horrible to maintain. Grade separating this junction in the future will be fun. Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's horribly constrained. There might be built up land around it. How on earth are we going to grade separate it? Well, we'll find out, won't we? But at the moment, we've got these two bits of railway that are coming in. Coming in here, it's quite a tight junction, so there's a slower way up, and then we're going to continue at higher speeds, connecting up with our... Oh god, whatever we're going to do to get through this bit of obstacle here. What are we going to do to get through this bit of obstacle here? I take it we're going to go for a little bridge then, probably. No, well, let's do that then. So, first of all, let's gain a bit of height. Actually, I don't even need this. Just get rid of this road. This road can just leave us. Oh, actually, it can't because I've probably just disconnected that and that, haven't I? Oh, I have, you know. Don't tell anyone about this. It's fine. No one noticed. It's not like I'm live streaming or anything. And that'll do. Let's do that, and then also do this. Yeah, no one's noticed. Everything about what I just did is fine. Who's it on the chat? I'm looking forward to seeing Gareth recreate the junction south of Rugby on the West Coast Main Line. There's going to be, I think there are going to be quite a few interesting looking junctions in this, because there's such a lot of railway on this map. Because I've gone from Megalomania 1, there's just loads of railway, and it's already going to get busy. Like, we're going to leave it running throughout the 1860s, I think. We're going to kind of, at the end of the stream, we'll just sort of watch trains go around for a bit. I don't think any new stuff has appeared. I'm waiting for 1860 to appear to see if any new things appear. I can't remember when all the vanilla stuff appears. In any case, yeah, when it does, it might be that we need to buy some new boats or something. I'm not sure the new train arrives yet. Right, this is the tricky bit, because I need this now to... That's a bit steep. There, oh. There we go, that'll do. Ugh, the trouble is this now... Yeah, vertically this will be a problem now, that's the only trouble. So I kind of just need to draw the... yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too much slope. Well, yeah, no, that's fine. There we go. We've got across that. That's a viaduct that gets us. Does it get us in the direction we want to go? It doesn't really, does it? Oh yeah. Let's try. Oh. Is this going to go in the direction we want to go? Actually, I kind of want to do this. This is kind of what we're wanting to do to get across them, isn't it? How's this looking? It's not too bad, actually. Except that this is going to be a very tight radius to get onto that. So it does need to be a little bit tighter. So more like kind of something like this. Like that, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, and then how's that? Okay, so there's going to be a bit of a reverse, but that's fine because we can get rid of some of that straight and tidy up. Okay, boom. Okay, right. Now, is that going to be... Can I do that as the outside? So it is going to be... Okay. I don't know what my narration is like this, because as soon as I start concentrating, my ability to actually speak while I do these streams becomes bad, becomes rubbish. So apologies for everyone for that. What's that? 56, 56, 58. That's actually going to do me. I know I've been fighting over meters earlier, or miles per hour earlier, but that's actually going to do me nicely. I thought that would happen. This is the inside one, so I need to... There we go. Of course it did that. Let me just do this, like, there we go, that's more like it, and I'm supposed to delete that bit and repeat it on the other side. What did I just delete there? Oh, road. Ugh. There we go, let me just now string that across, there we go. Give myself a little bit extra space for curvature. That can come up here, and then let's see what this gives us. 56, 56. Ah, happy days. I'll take that. It's very steep, isn't it? Cripes. Cripes is very steep. Am I going to cope with this? It's a little... As I say, it's a model railway. This you just would not have... Oh my goodness me. I mean, you'd have to take a running leap to get up that sort of gradient with the railway. Maybe that is too much. Maybe it is too much. How can I... Right, if I... I'm trying to think of the best way that I can extend this. Okay, yep. touch you. And these two as well. Let's do that. So many turnouts to maintain, indeed. 3.5%, 1 in 28.5. The big gradient step. Oh, okay. Oh, it's not. I mean, it's a lot, but it's not so catastrophic. Let's go for like 1. There we go. That'll do. And then how's that? Currently, the future version of there. That'll do. That's better. Happy with that. Yeah, good. Marvellous. There, that's a bit more like it. Let's just connect this across. Now all we need to do is realign this entire road. And also get rid of this. We shall return this road later, but for the meantime, we need to do something like this. Let's just get that's the radius I want. That'll do. No, there. That's it. That's it. It's a bit it's too shallow for them. Let's go for yeah, that'll do. Gonna do my shallow removal of. There we go. By this. Excellent. That'll do me nicely. And then I'm gonna get rid of this. Boom, 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 boom. This forest is not gonna have a good time of it, I'm afraid. This is what happens if you don't plan your railways properly. We're gonna go for a 75 in this direction, and then a straight line that way. Yeah, good. And then just do my usual intersection with a straight. This allows me to see. This allows me to just about see. So I'm putting my finger on screen. So if I do that to about that, it gives me 75 between the two, just about. It looks fairly even, I think. Good. Yeah, I was saying earlier, John, that one thing that would be great in this game would be for there to be like a construction line tool, so you can add construction lines for the benefit of drawing your new railways. There we are. That is a reversing curve. Not ideal, but just say it's a motorway, then Packham won't care about it. Yeah, very good point. I need to now continue this bit of road, don't I? Otherwise I will get cancelled by the locals. Let's do that and do. Oh, that'll do nicely. Nice straight bit of road there. Entertain and no one cares about that plastic factory. Leave the all in the ground. In fact, let's entirely demolish all of its roads. There we go. That'll do. Connected, connected, connected. Bridge, viaduct. Marvellous. So we've got up to Shepshed. Hooray! So far, so good. I think we're doing all right. So we've got the station at Blackpool here. We've got this this junction down here that's quite low speed. You know, they may eventually remodel it. You might find that they make that the primary route. In any case, it's kind of doing the things I wanted to do. The immediate thing you notice, by the way, I'm sure everyone else has noticed as well, is that if this is the main north-south route, you'll notice that there is very much an impossible conflicting move. Or not impossible, but just an annoying conflicting move created here, where you're going to have to create some sort of dive under in the future. Well, we've got that to look forward to, haven't we? So, we've reached Shepshed, and we're now going to. What am I going to do? Well, first of all, I'm going to draw the railway along this bit and kind of look what it should look like. I'm going to put it up on. There we go. No, let's do. Oh, it really does want. There we go. Let's do. Let's do. This. Do the whole thing as embankment, and The thing is, that's coming the wrong. That's going the wrong side of that thing now, because we kind of do want it to come this side. Ugh. So maybe this is going to be like this. Oh, again, first let's just bulldoze that. No one cares. No one cares about your industry. We'll come back to you later. How am I going to get through here now? Can I do that? Oh, I just cannot. Yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue. I've got an issue here. That someone's eaten my embankment. It's not impossible. It just means we're going to have to do something like this. Get the old terraforming tools out. Boom. Oh, a bit small. Let me just get this out. Yes, good. I think that'll do us, you know. Boom. Happy with that. It's very true, actually, yeah. John Christoph points out this is probably one of the few cases where a viaduct would probably be built rather than embankment to prevent erosion along that isthmus. Yeah, that's... You know what, John? You're right. We're going to do just that. We're going to continue this here with... let's just keep that on the straight level. And we're going to do an embankment along here for that precise reason. Yeah, it's a very good point. There we go. Happy with that. Now we just need to connect this to this with what is a frighteningly shallow curve. There we are. Straight line, straight line, straight line. Good. And... Whoosh. I mean, it's a very, very shallow. That's incredibly shallow. If I just continue this a little bit to maybe there, and then this is just getting bulldozed. And then connect it up to, let's see. It's very hard to, yeah, it's too straight at that end. It's too, it needs to come further, which is fine. Yeah. So now if I do this, it should look at, yeah, that's a bit better. If I do a straight, yeah, okay, so that's going to help me. This is why I do my straight line, so I can do my measurements. So if I go from there to there. If you can't see right now, I'm literally using my fingers on screen to get my measurements. But you know, just about, it's more for visual. Obviously, I'm not designing this stuff in the design software, so how's my vertical alignment there? Not ideal, but yeah, okay, that'll do. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. That's going to do me. I'm going to then do this. Get this running along here. Let's get this nice embankment. We're now going to need to drop to arrive in wherever we put... so this station, right. So I think we're going to end up buying up this whole block and building our station in it, actually. That's gone. I think this is what we're going to do. What we're going to do is demolish all of those buildings and that one, which is going to vastly diminish the population of this settlement, sauce folks, and build a... Actually, do this to this first, and build a straight line through here like this, like that. Yeah, that'll do. And then demolish this, and then build our station attached to it, passenger station. And this is going to be one that we'll do a flanking platform on, because this is going to be a bigger station. So, or are we? You know what? No, we're not. It's going to be built to broadly the same layout. I need to build this back a bit so it's got enough space for the big bit. Now, will that work? Please. I've kind of vaguely not... I never remember how big these things are supposed to be. There we are. Oh, that's actually... okay. Nice. Pasture buildings. Let's build this one a little larger, shall we? There we go. And then a small building on the other side. That's what we're going to do. Oh yeah. Why did I do it that way around? Oh no, that is okay. That's fine. I'm pleased with that. Lovely. Nice. Maybe I do want a little... No, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So, that's our station. Is that right? Is that... do we want that to be larger? What else are we connecting up to up here? Oh, we do need the other platforms. We do need it to be larger because... Yeah, we do need it to be larger. I'm speaking nonsense. We need there to be a bay platform for the other line looping around. So actually the main lines are not going to be these two. These two are going to be almost the little bay platforms. We're going to have another set of tracks. Should I build another? Yeah, I'm going to do it. This is the house style. Lovely. Yes. Then some tracks. Lovely. And then platforms again. Just first of all, I need to bulldoze this lot. Pretty major bulldozing going on there, but you know, the Great Western has power. 2 horseshoe harbours that are probably connected in a matter of decades if the game simulated eddy currents properly. It's true, John Christoph, you're right. The hydrogeology, and no, that's not the right word. Actually, is it hydromorphology? Is that right? Is it hydromorphology? John, help me out here. Let me see. John, you're joining us on these streams. It's always an education. Always glad you can join us on these. Always learning something new. Let's do that and that and that. Lovely. Have I done 3? Why have I done that? Why have I done that? Let's start that again. Oh, how embarrassing. Right, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then some of this action as well. And then also put these two in here. Let's roof the whole lot up. It's a shame there aren't larger station roofs for this. It's a shame. Geomorphology hydrology. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's brought. Well, the hydrology is just about movement of water, right? So, Rally Halt. We'll be renaming these stations shortly. Don't you worry. So, in this case, we have a station that. Now, do I want this to be a separated, segregated bit? You know what? I think I do. I'm going to just add a little small station building on the other side, by the way. Yeah, I think it's about the same. Yeah, that's nice. Let's also shove the small road on the other side. Why has it done that? That's a bit weird. That's a bit strange. I'm going to worry about that in the future. For now, let's just level this out. Why has it done that? Oh, wait, oh, right, I see. It's dropped it down a level. Maybe if I... yeah, that's probably going to help. Let me just level this out first. The state of this game sometimes, seriously. That's a bit better. I mean, I've not drawn that actually strictly straight, but who's counting? Good, and let's just do that straight across. Also, just it's self-upgraded anyway. Nice. Let's just do that and that and that and that and that. Good. Is everyone following? Are we there? Hydrology includes both the movement of water and the way that moving water interacts with other systems. Oh, right, okay. Here we go. Now, where's my bit of railway? It's over there. So I'm going to keep this going straight for now. God, the forests, the auto-generated forests, just... They never have much luck, do they? Never have much luck. That'll do. Nice. And... now this is the inside, so I need to always do the double track, because I always forget which one's which. There we go. And... Let's not kibosh the field unnecessarily. Let's do stuff out and get my fingers out again. Let's go for this and this. There, boom. Marvellous. Well, I mean, we are doing what I said on the tin, which is building ourselves a new railway line. How's the sound? Is everyone is the sound balance all right? The most perfect music to play both city, but what's this? Oh, what are you talking about? The Sim? Yeah, this is. You stand corrected. This is the SimCity 2013 soundtrack. Yeah, it is. The game is okay. Right, it's not. It's rubbish. It's dreadful. City Skylines is immensely superior. But the soundtrack is worth. It's worth getting the game to get hold of the soundtrack. True facts. What have we got here? So that's Raleigh, and we've got our last little line up to Frome. That's the last stretch up to Frome, which is the terminus. So, yeah. Are we gonna? Am I gonna do this little connection? You know what? I am. This is gonna have a. This is gonna go off like this. We can have a nice little. Yeah, lovely. Oh wait, that said down, didn't it? I don't want to do that. I want it to be level. 40 and level, please. Thank you. Go. Lovely. Always the forest. Always the forest. Always getting hacked. It's just not fair, really, is it? Let's minimise this a bit by doing something like. Let's go for 50. 50 will do. 50. Now. Yeah, I think that, and then if I curve that round. Yeah, okay, good. Is that 38 all the way around? It is, isn't it? 38, 38, 39, 40. Oof, no, the other way. 38. It's not perfect, but it will... Actually, no, I can do better. Let's do that. Let's bulldoze that, and then let's see what radius that gives us. Thing is, that's now getting mucked up by the... Yeah, okay. Oh, it's never easy, is it? Let's see what that gives us. 40 all the way around? 40 all the way around, almost. 40 all the way around it is. Good. There, boom. Ah. Now, the other thing is this going to continue like this? Yeah, it is actually. Let's do the ins. Oh, let's not actually. Let's do the outside curve for now. Oh, of course it's managed to come in on a curve. So it's curved S&C. Ugh. Ugh, whoever designed this railway is an idiot. They're a fool, I tell you, a fool. Also, not quite sure what's going on there. 33, 35. That's not really what I want. I kind of want... Why is it snapping like that? Snap, what are you up to? Snap there, and then if I do this, it'll snap to nothing. Okay, reliable. Ugh, that'll do. What's the chat? Best thing SimCity 2013 had was the music, absolutely. There we go, and now I'm doing a slightly different type of junction here because of the curve. So I'm going to continue these as a 4-track until we get onto the straight and then do the junction on the straight. Although there's a handy level crossing there to screw things up, which is unbelievably similar to real life, I have to say. Now, yeah, really is unbelievably true to real life that there's a level crossing here. Where's it going? Ah, you know what? Bye. You might argue that's a constraint. Surely just leave it there. Well, maybe, but what can I say? So I'm gonna 40 mile an hour that to there. I'm gonna then 40 mile an hour that to there. And I'm then going to... Oh, I need to do that further, didn't I? Oh. Always plan ahead, people. Always plan ahead. So that's now on a straight. Okay, good. Oof. Four, it's on a straight. Now, that's all on a straight. Good. Oof. Now that's on a straight. Then that's going to go a ladder into... here. Single lead, there we go. And then that's going to ladder into here. Lovely. Oh, and do I also want to... yeah, no, that's fine. That gets me everywhere I want to be. Very nice. Oh, also... yeah, I suppose this ought to continue like this, right? It's going to be like car stairs, this, to be honest. Eesh. It isn't great. Let's do... oh, that'll do nicely. Nice straight there. Good. I think that'll do, actually. I don't really know what's... there we go, that's... why is that... oh golly, let's just get rid of all this. And then... I can bring this back later, but for now I need it clear so that I can attempt... let's get rid of this again, actually, because I think it's confusing itself a little bit. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Why is that? Oh, it's because it's not straight, that's why. So I need this to be a straight, to come out as a straight first. Why is it? There. Cracked it. Boom. Or have I? That would be a no. Yes, good. Oh goodness, there we go. And then in terms of curvature, that is going to do me because I'm within a station extent, so I'm not too worried about it. That's kind of looking like what I want it to. Very nice. Let me just make sure I've given all the flexibility that I need. So that's coming in there, but actually, to be honest, don't necessarily want to be... no, that's fine, actually. Yeah, let's see what happens. I might well add some extra crossovers once I add the operational stuff. So that's a connection there that's already been built. That's rendering that station less used, shall we say, which is fine. Is it because we're going to have a competing branch service running around? We'll find out. In any case, figures that this means we probably need to continue this as kind of close this junction up at the other end, or do we? Or should we have it as terminus with a single set coming out the other end? Let's actually, where are we needing to go? Because the terrain gets a bit interesting here, to the point where we kind of need to pay attention. So, which side of the hill? We're going to have to follow this side of the hill because it's too far to get around that side. So, actually, we've got some terrain wibbling to do to reach Frome. How long have we been streaming for? 1 hour and 17 minutes. Crikey. SimCity 4 is 17 years old. Yeah, Jen, it's crazy, isn't it, right? I've baffled myself a bit here. Where was I? Maybe we should get the contours up and start doing some contouring. So if the railway comes up off here, we probably want to do something like this. Oh god, no, not anything like that. We want to do, okay. First things first, get the straight in. So I'm gonna have a straight along here. There we go. Yeah. And then try and match the same contour line. What geometry can I get out of that? 60? Can I get a 60 in there? Let's try a bit further back and see if I can get a 60 in. 60 in. There we go. That'll do me. Oh, just about. So this is 60. And that'll be the inside of the curve. And then that's my straight, which will then connect up with the station. Okay, I'm happy with that. So there's that, and then what's the curvature gonna look like for this next bit? Matching the same, so 60, 64. Yes. That's probably about the trouble with it. It's also be nice if they were like straight, if it projected a straight line off the end, so you could sort of see what direction going in. I think that's fine. What? Yeah, good. Okay, that's fine. Because that means I've got then a straight kind of... Where's my snap? There we go. Kind of doing the thing it needs to do there. Good. Yeah, keep that there like that. I'm also going to just add my double track in now so I know what's going on. There we go. Oh, that's alright. A bit of a weavy section, but it's still not too slow. And then this needs to just come around into Frome. Now, are we going to... I think what we're going to have is it makes sense to have a station that ties in with the pier. So we'll try and get a quite nice, attractive station going on that sort of connects up with the pier. For now, let's switch this off and make this happen. Good. So... do this. Sorry, my chat's dreadful, isn't it? I'm just not paying any good attention. Let's find. So we're getting there. What I'm trying to do is just kind of close out the geometry along here. So that should be a. Let's just do that as a straight. I mean, I can connect it wherever I like. Just trying to get the geometry right on the other end of this road. So there's a curve that's going to start just after that. What is it? 57. It's not ideal. Isn't ideal. 58 it'll have to do, so we've got a nice even curve. It's a little slower than I'd like it to be, but say it'll be. And then I think for this will then come around here. We just need to work out what we can do at this end of the... Are you getting some pop click? Oh. Right. Who else is on the chat, by the way? Has everyone... Has anyone just joined the series for the first time? I'm getting some rattle back, actually. Is it a bit... Am I shouting into this thing? Non-square plots. I need my medieval street layouts. Yeah, I know, right? It's... very little was square like this. Right. Now, can I... Can I create a cheat? There we go. I'm literally going to do it. That's it. I'm at peace with this layout. That's it. I'm going for a... And also, I think I can get a bridge over this, you know. perhaps with a little bit of creative accounting here, I reckon this bridge material, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's just bring that this way a bit, actually. Yeah, I'm doing it. That's happening. It's happening, you know. Ah. Damn. It's too much. It's not happening. Which means I can probably build it. I'll build it here. Oh dear. That's very much not a thing. With too much slope still. Golly. Golly. Yeah. Fooled you. Actually, yeah, I keep doing earthwork connections to bridges, but actually they don't look that realistic. It's quite hard to make. I end up making them look too much like kind of Thatcher roads in Scotland in the 1980s. I need to. What's this? The last bit of road here. How's that going to look? It's a bit weird. Ugh. I think. Wait, what? Well, that's interesting. Brocket. There we go. Oh, that's horrifying. I don't think I can live with that. Let me just... Roads are important too, I hear none of you saying. So, if I do something like this, this will then allow me to do something like this. Which then will also allow me to do something like... Actually, I just do this. And also just do something like this to make it seem fine. Roads will appear on that. And also roads will appear on... Do I kind of care for the connection of the... You know what, I'm not gonna do that. And also demolish that and that. Oh god, what did I just do? What did I just do? Why did these things happen? There we go. Yeah, let's just force the game to make the most of that bit and also connect up there and there, even though they don't connect, that'll be fine. And then let's just... I think that's us. I'm alright with not connecting up those two for that junction. If I could get a bridge in there, maybe, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Anyway, what's that look like? Looks like I need to do some of this sort of thing. And also this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And also that. And come in with this tool. Get that one to go. Oh, just get my nice junction looking smart and shiny. Oh. Ballast. And go. With the ballast in my 10 foot. There we go. Oh, cracking stuff. Likewise on the other side, actually. I need to just smooth that out. It's like quite intense. The music's quite intense at the moment. Yeah, this soundtrack is the Blade Runner one. Worst station design in the UK. What are we talking about? My station. You're okay. You've been mean about this this railway station. I like this. It's my kind of chaos. So there we go. Bridge over the top. Railway station going in that direction. Good. Oh, no. Just want to change this one here to Great Western. I keep pressing escape when I don't need to. Let's go this way. So now we need to now we've got around this slightly hilly bit. Quite pleased with how that went, actually. We need to do something like this because... Nope, straight please. 90 degrees ideally. There we go. Because I need to build a terminal station platform. And I'm going to do it with 4 because size. Oh god, I just did. How much money we got? Running out of money. Oh, it's a shame. We just spent some millions. Ah. Well, you know. Cash back. There we go. And let me just get this straight and correct. There's the old shift button. There we go. Now I need to just demolish that and put that there. Pasture building, let's get... Can I get a big one in? Ah, not quite. That's annoying. Oh, no, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to demolish the whole thing. Yeah. Cheerio! Yeah, I've been on for an hour and a half. I'm going to keep going until I finish this thing, actually, because reasons. I kind of want to end with steam trains. This stream might go on a bit long. I hope you don't mind. People can dip in and out anyway, right? Those could just be bay platforms. Yeah, it's true, but I'm going to try and make this look like a nice thing. So I need to kind of get the positioning right. Let's do that. That, I think. Configure, yeah. Well, indeed. Let's... Can I... Oh, it's not quite. Ah, but I reckon if I delete these, hopefully it will be. And then I can go on these. Let's just do that. And also get the platforms back. Passenger building. Let's just see if that now fits. It does. Hooray! Yeah, it is a shame that they don't have like nice sort of end buildings that look, you know, like yeah. Where's that? Yeah, no, that's not happening. That is happening though, which I like because that's kind of what I want to be there, and I want you to be like that, and then there we go, a nice grand terminal building. Actually, that platform layout even works quite nicely because I'll have. There we go. Oh, maybe I'll have. Yeah, I'm going to do that actually. That's good provision for 2. Yeah, cracking stuff. Very pleased with that. That does me nicely. We don't need bridges there, but we do need them over here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just get rid of this one too. This one. Yeah. Maybe actually do them in the middle. Yeah, let's do it that way. In the middle. And some canopy. Let's, you know, give everyone a bit of shelter. Marvelous. And the full works. This is supposed to be like quite a nice, grand station that'll meet with the pier, and quite a lot of stuff comes into Frome Pier. So you know, if I press this, there's quite a lot of stuff comes in. So this becomes quite a neat little connection, I think. There we go. People are loving a long stream. Well, not everyone. Right, so just need to now do some of this to get this all nice and neat and tidy. Lovely. Strength. Why is this not at 100? There we go. Marvelous. Lovely, 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 lovely. Get that all nice and neat and tidy. Because then I get to do this. Asphalt. Lovely. Good. And just tidy that there. Marvelous. Actually, this is the, just to confuse things, I think that's the darker. Stuff it. Let's do that. Just for a bit of aesthetics, you know. Frome Great Western. But the reason this is large is because it is the end of... This is basically... It's a bit like Penzance, really. Except that it's Frome, which is obviously in Somerset, just to confuse matters. In any case, we're here at Frome. There's a distinct lack of connecting railway, though. I will freely admit that. Also, we'll definitely need a depot down here. Let's face it. So it's maybe worth even thinking about squeezing that in now. Yeah, which we're going to do. There, like that. There. I'm quite pleased with how that looks. That's quite neat and tidy. Very good. Just fix that in there like that. Lovely. What are people thinking? Yes, at the geotech work. Oh, don't forget to at me in if you've got a particular thing that you're... If you're aiming a comment at me, feel free to at me in, because it's much easier for me to spot them. 33 people watching. For one, I mean, for RailNat, it normally gets over 100 concurrent viewers, but there's 33 concurrent viewers for a stream like this is pretty good, because this is, let's face it, it's just me playing a computer game. What's so interesting about it? All the industrial runner from the engine shed. Oh, big time. This is not meant to be... This is... Yeah, but it's pretty common for there to be engine, railway stations and engine sheds located quite close to the coast. Very common. Now, which one do I want to be my main? Yeah. Actually, given that this is like an end one, I am going to add just one for now, or two. No, just one of extra straight bit. Now, where am I? I don't want to disappear off too far there, because I've got... Yeah, okay, so I kind of want another single straight probably coming down like this. Or do I want to just go straight into the curve? Now, maybe that's exactly what I want to do. Let's go for 40. Whoa. That's too straight in that direction, isn't it? Yeah, maybe let's start from this. I always kind of want to vaguely get the geometry right. Let's get this back again. What's this? Oh yeah, okay, so there is actually a bit of curve, a bit of hill that you kind of want to get round, actually. So maybe having this as a longer straight is the right thing to do. Like that. And then come round. If I... Yeah, no. So now if I try that, I'm not going to be able to... If I do it from there... 65, that's not bad actually. Not bad, let's try again. 70. The trouble is I keep forgetting where I'd clicked it. Let's click it from there and I'll remember that shape. 64, 68, okay, so it's a bit beyond that. Let's try there. 67, 67, perfect. Happy days. Cool. How, that'll do. Let's come around the outside, connect up. Yes, this means S&C on a curve, but as we've previously discussed, that's kind of par for the course with this type, with what we're aiming for, this style of railway we're aiming for. Let's get that going in there. Oh. Yeah, there, like that. Yes. And same again. And so now the connection to get this round. Yeah, that's fine, it's fine. So I'm thinking, how can I get this? Yeah, okay, I'm going to do it from here. Now, this, yeah, okay. Then what I'm going to do with this is bring this along and bring it in like this. No, I will do it here. So that's, what's that, 30. Get 30, and then the crossover. 40 mile an hour crossover. Go, that'll do. I think that now gives every track access to every track. But just for good measure, let's shove in a double slit there. Yeah, that gives every track access to every track, I believe. Happy days. So that's fine. So there's our station throw. Yeah, it is the theme tune to SimCity 2013 that just played. Oh, we need to signal this whole railway line now. We've just built it. Now we need to signal it. That's Frome Great Western, looking very grand. What are we going to call this? Frome Carriage. Oh no, let's just call it Frome Shed and then do this. GWR Frome Shed. So I don't know whose it is. Frome Pier, Frome Shed. Frome. This is Frome, with quite a grand railway station, but that's only because it's going to start having quite a grand railway service. Let's start signalling. So, yes. Holding signal here. All that rest can deal with. Kind of the game sort of half signals itself, if you hadn't noticed. Then another holding signal. Ooh, I better. Let's double slip that, and also the same up here. Let me just. No, I don't need to on this side because I've been a bit better with my track layout, haven't I? Yeah. Yeah, which means that every track can get to every track. Good. So I just need to entry signal it here. Is that a pretty typical track layout? That no. So. Nothing about these layouts that I'm doing now are like layouts I would do for a modern railway today. None of them are. Actually, it's an interesting question. So the way that doing and at some point I'm going to do a proper rail natter or a Railways Explained video about this, but that's very cold tea. But the way that station layout design works is actually that we track engineers don't come up with the track layout. We come up with the geometry, and we also, it's a bit of an iterative process. So you start with but the thing you start with is the operational model. So essentially, you start with like a model of kind of an idealized, deconflicted movement of the trains that need to come into a terminus in such a way that they're not getting in the way of each other. And that looks like we then get sent a line diagram, and then we have to look at the practical realities of the constraints. So for example, the remodeling of King's Cross Station, which is an exquisite bit of operational design, actually. It's very flexible. It does exactly what it needs to, plus a little bit more, a little bit of redundancy. You can pretty much get from every platform from every track to every platform, except that it's all using conventional standard straight through route switches and crossings, 40 km/h, or CV 9.25 or CV13s actually. I think CV13 crossovers throughout. So that's nice standard crossovers, giving you 25-30 miles an hour throughout, which is really good because those are standard parts, which means you can maintain them very quickly. Means that you don't have to get bespoke parts. Like all the layout at the moment is full of bespoke slips and short turnouts and compound and kind of tandems and all sorts of horrible things. So yeah, building unpaused is a fun challenge. Yeah, I know, but I'm kind of trying to do this in a way that matches reality in terms of timings, which is why I've not done that. So we get that sort of line diagram. We then make it fit within reality. So, for example, at King's Cross, you've got the gasworks tunnels, Copenhagen tunnels, and fitting S&C outside of those as much as you can in the short spaces of time, gaps of track, dealing with the 10-foot, kind of the space between the pairs of tracks, getting all that kind of reworking. Digital Side Guy is saying, we've been debating redesign of the terminal for Boston, Massachusetts South Station. Number one issue has been speed of turnouts, indeed. Yeah, in the Netherlands, they started building with basic design parts for points and crossovers a long time ago. To be fair, we have in the UK for a very long time. It's just that the necessity for that standardisation has increased, and also the amount of track remodelling we've done hasn't. We haven't done that much in kind of for the last, in the preceding sort of 40 years, we didn't do it that often. We did it a few times. York, for example, got remodelled in the early 90s, but and generally it was with standard units as much as we could. But now the imperative is only increased. It is only increased. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, that's right. We were signalling this lot, weren't we? So that's going to come in there and park that there, I think. Lovely. And this is going to, since the priority is probably actually going to be that route, this is going to, or is it? I don't know actually. Let's do that. Yeah, that to prioritise that route, and also this. Oh yeah, this here. Lovely. Let's do that. So that gets those trains along nicely. What else? Oh yeah, that's a block, and trying to get my head around what this. Yeah, okay, and another one here as well. Yeah, and maybe another one there. Just basically trying to make sure that I do this such a way that all the tracks aren't bi-directional, because it'll mean that when I plot lines in, they'll automatically put themselves where they're supposed to. There's actually quite a long section here, so I might just drop a signal there as well. And is it quite long enough here to do it? No, probably not quite, so that's fine. Right, so now I've done that, I'm going to do the block here. So let's do one. How many do we want here? We kind of want one, maybe one here, and then another one sort of here. Yeah, and another one, what's that? Another one here. And then probably just one more down here. Yeah, one more. Lovely. There we go, that's nice. That's fairly standardised. And then what have we got? We need another one down for this station here. Yeah, because it's kind of... So one here and then another one here, I think. Very nice. What have we got in terms of distance here? Quite a lot. So let's pop one here, and then another one. What's that? Another one here, and then another one. Kind of got space for two, so let's have another one here, and another one halfway. So like here. This is the disasters tune. Oh, was that? I don't know. Did I half finish that story and not actually tell how it works? Anyway, it's an iterative process. So once we've defined what we think then works as permanent way engineers, so the actual physical the understanding of the physical realm, not just the operational realm, we send that back to the ops people who check that it works. If it does, and they then model it in detail with the timings. So they check that all the timings work, and then they say, actually, could you move, crossover 702 points? Can you shift it 100 meters that way or 10 meters that way, and then obviously that then has to go through signaling as well, who have to make sure that all works, and then that all has to work with OLE, who have to make sure they can wire it. The wiring of complex layouts, the OLE design can actually drive the shape of the alignment. So it's really signaling, OLE, ops, and track are the ones who drive what the layout looks like. It's not just track. We do our best to facilitate everyone else, because ultimately all those things are what make the railway work. And then we attempt to do that whilst achieving the best speeds and compliant lengths of bits of metal to make sure everything works fairly nicely. Okay, so we've gone to the end of that. Let's now... Oh, here we go. This is going to be more fun. So, actually, we're just going to have an approach. I'm just going to do an approach one like that. Likewise, here, and then delete these two. They're gone. Actually, might just do a intermediate block here of these two. Yeah, that's nice. So that's that. Oof, lovely. That's just going to happen like that. Marvellous. Okay, let's do one like that and one like that as well, to just hold on the outside of the station. Okay, yeah, good. I'm pleased with that. Let's do another. Let's do this here, since this is actually really the main route is actually going to be through here. 2 blocks or 3 blocks? I'm going to do 3. 1 and then 2. Oh wait, did I just... No, It's fine. It's fine. I find it very difficult to naturally work in the wrong way around. It's amazing how much I'm hardwired to be thinking in. There we go. I think that'll do it. There's probably not the most even blocks, but I think they'll do the job. And now it's just this last section, isn't it? Yeah, this last one. So how many have we got? Let's do one over here. And another one like here. Yeah, cracking, and then another one sort of. What have we got? 1, 2. So what's the next one going to be? It's going to be sort of here. Nice. Ah, there we go. Lovely. And another one. Here. It's just at the end of the viaduct there. Nice. And do we have space for another? Yeah, we do. Really, halfway between the two. That'll do me nicely. This is quite densely blocked actually. Possibly for the better. Well, that signalised entirely. So all that remains is to start checking what the lines look like, doesn't it? That's it. Did I name Shepshed Annex? What the heck? Well, what is that? Great Western. What about Raleigh is Great Western already? Okay, so I think we're done. We've done it. Oh, the signalling. People chatting about my signalling. Digital Side Guy. Thanks for the explanation. I'll definitely have to get the folks in my orbit to listen to that rail network. So yeah, it's it'll be an interesting one because it's quite a fiddly. The trouble is for getting people when you get people at that level, it's quite tricky to find someone who's candid enough to describe the process without feeling a bit under pressure to not say anything. It's quite RailNat is quite. You've got to find someone who's comfortable enough to feel like they're having a chat in the pub, but also kind of on it enough to know where their lines lie instinctively. You know where the boundaries of what they can say. This is why it's best to talk about projects that have happened quite a while ago. King's Cross is still ongoing, so it's a bit trickier. But I think we're sufficiently past the design phases now, or certainly for the most part, that hopefully I'll be able to find someone. There are a couple of people I've got in mind who I think can talk about King's Cross and the process of actually developing King's Cross. The design was being done next to me for quite a long time for that. Right. So let's plot in the service. So new line. We're going to go from Flitwick to what's the next one? So it's to this. What's this place? Shanklin. Yeah, I was going to say Shatwick. That would be hilarious. I love the name, the idea of somewhere being called Shatwick. That's fantastic. Oh, already there's a service has already mapped itself in here. Oh yeah, there's a broken one as well that I need to sort out. So that's going to here, and then we're going to go up to here, and up to here, and then along to our terminus. Look at that. And this will become the main north-south route, which is fun. And there we're gonna have to change some of the platforms these are arriving in because some of them are a bit doolally. Looking at it, there we go, and there. And there, and then that's that, I think. Okay, so golly, let's choose the right platform for this one now. We don't want it to go in there. That's rubbish. We want it to go in number 5, I think. Yeah, that's the stuff. It's a big main line. It should have pride of place. So that's then going to come up. That works fine. That goes through Shanklin. Marvellous. Comes up. Lovely. Coming up through here. It seems to be doing the thing I wanted to do. It's very much not doing the thing I wanted to do in Elliotsborough. So I kind of want that to be platform 1, actually. And then Elliotsborough on the way back. It needs to be platform 2. There we go. That's right. Good. And then coming off here, disappearing off up here. Yep, that looks right. And then this horrible conflict here, and then disappearing. And I think probably it'll have worked itself out. Oh no, there was one up here that was a bit. Yeah, it's doing the wrong thing up in Raleigh. I can understand why, but no, I don't want it to do that because we kind of want to make the most of the capacity we have Yeah, 3. Oh, golly. No, what's that done? 4. Yes. Oh, that was already correct. It's the way back that's the problem. 3. That's the stuff. Lovely. Now, which platform do we want to arrive in down here? I dare say, when we get to Frome, let's park it in... What's platform 1 is over there? Oh, it can't actually reach platform 1. So there is a platform that it can't... Ah, of course, because that one doesn't actually have a crossover to get into the right place. I wonder if I can fix that now. Let's see. If I plonk that... No, I can't, because there's too much density of stuff going on. Or is there? Oh, you know what? This is doable if I do this. 30, that'll do. Yeah, happy days. Not that I want it to actually go into platform 1. I'm thinking I want it to go into platform... What are you thinking? Oh, Shanwick is the name of the eastern half of air traffic control over the Atlantic. Control centre split between Shannon and Prestwick. I think, oh, nice, that's a good idea. Why are all the stations got Great Western in the names? Because that's the company that owns them in my brain. In this, we're RPing. We're RPing hard. Have I seen RM Transit just did a video on HS2? Yeah, someone, I don't know the channel, but someone linked it to me in my DMs. I do need to go in and have a watch of that. Let's plonk that in on platform number 4. There we go. That looks like a... Yeah, that's nice. So that's fine. So this is going to be GWR. What was it? Flitwick to Frome. Yeah, there we are. We'll get back to actually making that work. For now, we need to go down and fix whatever was going on down in Blackpool because it's not happy. Why isn't it happy? The Stratford stopper. The problem is that we couldn't connect all stations. So now what's the problem here? Southport, Stratford stopper. Ah, yeah. This is because Blackpool, and then again, it needs to go through 4. Oh, what's happened? Yeah, that's worked. That's fixed it. Happy days. So you can already see we've got a nice conflicting move, which is good. There's already a station. Yeah, there's a train service that already runs through to Stratford that way, which is now doing a shortcut through here. Actually, it can go through Elliotsborough. So if I go through, yeah. So we're at Shanklin, and then actually I can add station. Add. God, it always wants to go there, doesn't it? I want to go through platform 3. No, 1. There we go. And then through platform... Oh, it's on the way back. Blackpool. And then back through here again. Next platform 2. There we go. Lovely. Oh, and also let's make this a nice shade of brown. And the other thing I'm going to do is just basically filch off. So we've got the Flitwick Flyer. We have the Stratford Sailor. What are we going to call the Frome service? We're going to call it the Northern Bell. That's pretty much what I have in my head. Yes. What's Anglo-Saxon? What's this saying? TF2 automatically names the stations based... No. I've been naming them that. That's why they're called that. It's because I've been changing the names. Yeah, RailNATA takes headcanon to 11. Hells yes. Exactly. Thanks, Jim the Chair, keeping everyone right, as is Obliteron. That's a hell of a name, Obliteron. Crikey. No competitors in this game. Yeah, there aren't normally. There are no competitors. I've just made them up. So we've got these two. So I'm going to duplicate these 2 trains. Oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna start a new one, and it's gonna appear up here. Let's have a look at what this train's gonna look like. Oh, actually, you know, we're gonna wait for 1860 just in case a new steam train appears in 1860, because I think it might do, you know. So we've got that train line running-ish. We now need to set up another one, which is this service here, new line, going from Raleigh Great Western through Chesterfield up to... Where are we going to go? Up to Dorchester Junction. Should we just go to Dorchester Junction? Maybe that's what we're going to do, you know. Chesterfield. And then... why is it not connecting them up? Why? Why 4? Is it because you've chosen a stupid station here? It isn't. No, it isn't. That makes sensible enough. Oh, I know why. Because there is no crossover to allow you to do things like this. Which I can resolve. I can resolve this. Oh, well, no, I can't resolve this apparently. There we are, that's better. Let's see. Is that now working? Almost. Chesterfield. Now, why has it got confused? It's because Chesterfield, it thinks all the platforms need to be the same in Chesterfield. Well, no, you're wrong. There we go. That's better. So we're going to come into Dorchester Junction now. This is going to make Dorchester Junction a bit busier. Do we want to do anything about that? Do we want to maybe set up a new... See, it's a shame you can't have... there are no turn-back platforms. That would be quite nice. I think I might run it up to Lowestoft anyway, you know. Yeah. Let's see what we've got going on here. Yeah, let's... So, Dorchester Junction, let's add a station as well. Let's go up to... ooh. Oh, yeah, that's quite nice. Let's do that. It's kind of got its own terminating platform. And come back through Dorchester Junction. There we go. Except that we do not want to be coming back through like that. We want to be coming back through on platform 2. There. Glorious. This is going to be brown. And again, this is the GWR. This is already a 2-hour stream, folks. The GWR... where are we going? Where are we going? Lowestoft, wasn't it? Was that where we were going? Is that where we ended it? Yeah, it's Lowestoft. The GWR... Lowestoft. Oh, crikey. Joint. Line. No, that's what the let's go. It's Riley to Lowestoft. There we go. Now I know what's going on. It's important to name your services in such a way that you have a clue what they are. Okay, so that's 2 services we need to add things to. That's probably alright for now, actually. That's quite nice. There we go, so that's connected to that. Nice. Joint running, you see, negotiated. Frome Frolicker. The Frome Frolicker. The Frome Frolicker. Is everyone enjoying the Frome Frolicker? The Frome Frolicker, people are... Wait a minute, it's just... Obliteron sounds like a really hoppy craft beer. Ooh, yeah, really. Oh my god, I want a beer so much. I had them all last on Wednesday night when I was recording Rail Natters. Okay. I think it's time to actually. Well, I tell you what. Let's start the rally one because that's going to be a local train, or shall we not? Because we might cascade some. Oh golly. Right, we've got the service set up anyway. So for now. I'm going to go down and have a look. What we're going to go and have a look at. Let's go and have a look at what's going on in Bradshaw when we unpause, shall we? Because Bradshaw's always pretty busy. So, what's this? I used to drive the bus to Frome. Can thoroughly recommend not doing that. Well, yeah, okay. If I press this, how much can you hear the sound coming through of trains? Well, none, because there aren't any. But if I Is it quite quiet? I kind of want it to be a bit louder than that, to be honest. What's the balance? Oh, that's probably a bit better, isn't it? How's that? There's the train. Very nice. It's about to be 1860. Are we going to get new stuff? We are not, no. Okay, well, cool. In which case, let's procure some trains. Crikey, we've covered some distance. That's a hefty bit of railway line we've just added. Let's do this for you so we can see what we've just done. That's not too bad, is it? So there's the connection up from Blackpool through Shepshed, Raleigh, Frome. I'm quite pleased with that. It's a decent bit of extra mainline railway. Marvellous. Pretend you're a company doing plumbing. How to build a 4mm railway under... Well, indeed, yeah. Let's procure... So, we're going to have... The first thing we're going to do is we're going to have a double-headed... 2 double-headed passenger train for the main line. going to have quite a long one. Mediocre, 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 mediocre. How long is this? 140? No, it needs to be 120. 116. That will do. 90. And we need... how many am I going to do of those? Maybe the 2 for now? Yeah. 2 of those for now. And these are going to be the GWR Frome Frolicker. I think Frolicker has a K, FYI. There we are, Frome Frolicker. No one else suggested a better name. Or was there one? I didn't see it. If there was one, I didn't see it. Next train is 1962. Yeah, it's quite a long distance, isn't it? Let's go for 4. We're going for 4 immediately. Yeah, there we go. We'll see what happens there. Now, what we also need, so that's fine. All of these are going to go to... yeah, these are all going to go to Flitwick Frome. That was easy. Now, easier is going to be the little passenger train that's going to go to... let's... Poor. I don't want poor. Poor is rubbish. Mediocre. And we're just going to have one of these. Because this train is going to be the GWR Lowestoft. What are we going to call it? Lowestoft. Eurostar lovers describing how to somehow build a railway under a road. I see what you mean. I don't know what's spurred you into this anecdote. It looks complicated. What am I going to call this? The Lowestoft... I don't know. What's a creature with a Lowestoft? I don't know. Thoughts? Everyone in the chat, give me a name. Go for it. It doesn't exactly evoke high-speed travel, does it? But you know what? We're going for it. Should be brown. I think it was already. And we're going to move it to... Let's just get rid of that. We're going to move it to... No, starting to see this. Move it to... Right, to Lowestoft. That's the one. Let's watch these trains disappear out. And in fact, let's... So, let me have a think. What have I just built then? I've just built that. We've got all sorts of trains running. It's time to let the railway run a bit. Here we go. It's the Frome Frolicker. Here we go. Morpeth Mandible Manipulator. The lowest off light speed. Ha! We're getting like weird... How's the chuff chuff? Is it suitably balanced? Getting weird chuff chuff noises because we've got two locos in here. So we've got a slightly weird sound effect coming. Lilliputian, lowest off hyperdrive. All the sand is blown onto the tracks. Great rail adhesion. Yeah, somewhat. What the heck? There's a bear. A bear just ran across the tracks. Oh my goodness, that was weird. We are currently going at an incredible 19 miles per hour. What is that? I don't even know what that is, but... What do I make? Josh Likes Callers asked me what I make of Very Light Rail. To be honest, I haven't made my mind up about the Coventry project yet. Don't do it, beast. Remain on... Oh, dear. Everyone, look the other way. Oh, my... Oh, that was unbelievably close. Good grief. God, crikey. There we go. We're 22 miles an hour. We're doing it. Yeah, I know, right? No, this is a tropical island that happens to have... it's like a tropical paradise that we're building our railways in. Remember, this isn't Britain we're in. We're in some random island that we've named all of our places in. I don't like the height differential between these two. It's shouldn't be like that. That's no good. They've built this railway seriously on the cheap. Anyway, see where we're off to. Once was on duty on one of our trains. I was in a ScotRail train when it hit a deer on the going across. Actually, was it across? No, it was south of Bridge of Orkney. Actually, on the West Island line. I was in a 156 that hit a deer. But yeah, not ideal. 25 miles. Look at this. This is positively. It's a gentle journey. Look at this. It's nice, isn't it? It's quite a nice view. I'd enjoy this this train journey. Although it's shall we say not hugely vivid, so it's quite satisfying seeing the double heading though. Oh, we need to get ourselves ready for some screenshots, don't we? Actually, let's do that. Yeah, set ourselves up nicely. Boom. Let's go one through the trees actually as well. That's quite nice. Very nice. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Quite pleased with that. Marvellous. I'm just doing some screenshots for the next video, man. That'll do. Very nice. Is that another bear running across the track? God, there's so many animals around here. Anyway, this is a train that it's got a decent capacity, and it's going to be running back and forth in this city. So that's, yeah, I'm quite pleased with all this. Very, very good. What is it? It's April 1860. So let's see what else is going on. So we've got the Bristol line here. Is there a train running on it yet? Doesn't appear to be. Is it? Oh yeah, no, it is already. There we are. Leisurely. It's running in a leisurely manner. What else? Stevenage. Let's see what else. There's some mixed traffic coming through Stevenage actually at the moment. There we are. Anything in it? Empty. Mixed traffic does not work well in this game. Oh, there are some tools. Oh, fair play actually. That is a thing. There were some tools in it. So what else have we got going on? Southport here with its station throat. What's that? That's another local passenger service. What else is going on? There will be a very light rail Natter episode, by the way. It will happen. Now let's see if this is going to fill up. Oh yeah, it's filling up with fuel. Oh, fair play. That does appear to be actually working. Mixed traffic can work. Is anyone else getting clipping, by the way? I'm getting it in my earphones, but it might just be the my earphones rather than the mic. I'm quite close to it. Hello. Right, that's full. Good. That seems to be functioning. That's a train stopped at the. Oh, that line's getting busy actually, as you'd imagine, because it's actually not very. Probably need to add some more tracks to this bit because this is quite a busy bit of freight line on here. What's going on in the cog company? Not much. It's got a load of stored timber and very little steel. Hopefully there's some steel on the way because this steel plant has been doing very. Is it manufacturing? It's storing. And it's not. Oh, it's got a bit of steel in it. It's really not pumping much out. I don't know why that. I think there's more ore on its way. I think I'd not set that industry up very well. Let's see what else is going on. How are our how's the Great Central doing? Oh yeah, we've not really looked at the Great Central. There's a local service coming through. How many people are in it? That's pretty busy actually. Yeah, there's a few peeps sat in there looking comfy. Very nice. What else have we got going on? There's Paignton. I think is that an express one that's just come through? Oh no, it's a stopping service still. Oh look, a little branch line train coming into the bay. Uh-oh, our first operational whoopsie doopsies occurred. Hopefully it's not a derailment. Let's go and find out. Anyway, that's nice. Let's go and find out what this whoopsie doopsie is. Let's head over there. Oh, it's going well. What's happening here? Why is there a clash? What's happening? No path. Is this train rammed? I bet it's rammed, and I'm going to have to do this with it to get it to work out what it's doing. Yeah, because it's in the wrong damn platform. Why are you in the wrong damn... Why are you in that platform, you daft apith? Right, anyway. So all those 30 people are going to be really annoyed because their train has just turned around to go the other way. That's 30 people. Again, you notice the 30 people haven't got out. They're just on their way going the other direction. I'd really recommend looking at some of the many classic and modern UK trains available for download. Yes. So what I'm going to do now is save this. I'm going to save this as what's the month? It's July. Okay, save game, because I might well come back to this with and load some other trains in. 1860 was it July 07, and what have we just finished? GWR complete. Yeah, save that. Very nice. Good. Oh, before or after the T decided to consider the possibility that EMUs might be a good idea. Wait, what? Platform closest to buildings and connected. That's deliberate, because that's just a freight terminus. So there's just a freight termination there. So don't worry about that too much. Generally, hundreds of them at this point, all areas and parts of the UK. Yeah, I do need to check that out. Fair play, I really do. What's this doing? Oh, it's waiting. It's playing the waiting game. What have I got here? I don't actually have a signal, do I, here? Which I really ought to do. Just to pull the train out of the platform. Yeah. And likewise, probably ought to do another one there. Another one here as well, just to get things moving, to deal with the fact that this... yeah. Oh. What is this? Oh, this is a freight train. Yeah, yeah. Carrying, see, that's what I mean. There's a load of fuel coming this way. How's the sound balance, by the way? Oh, I'm confused. There we go. Nice little oil wagons going that way. This is a train of 30 people all going back in the direction they've come from, which I think is Stratford over there. Not ideal. Sorry, folks. That was just an autosave, by the way. There we are. So that's pulling in here. It's going to drop a load of fuel, hopefully. Hopefully Wooler's just got delivered a load of fuel. Yeah, that's alright. So it's not bad. This is going to get congested quick, isn't it? Because there's quite a few trains that run in here. So that's... Yeah, but there's enough space that they can come in and park up. These people... Okay, there we go. Marvellous. Let's go... Let's head over to Bradshaw and see what's going on. There we are. This should be nice and busy. Yeah, good. It's getting pretty... Yeah, nice. There's a decent mixture of trains coming in. There should be a lot of trains coming along. And yeah, there we go. See, this is... I mean, they're already queuing up. Hopefully that's just because there's trains coming out of the depot and going the direction they need to. There we are. See, look at all these trains going in all directions. This one's probably... what's it going in? Nada. It's train... People there, trains everywhere. I need to distribute... What I should do is distribute the map and say, look, what do you want to go and look at for a bit? Because, you know, things are happening. Yeah, what's this? This is October. There's all sorts going on. So there's a thing of timber. Not quite sure why it's only half full. Never mind. This is a thing of tools, of which there are not many tools in there at the moment. Never mind again. This thing needs to churn out more tools. Churn out more tools, please. More planks required. Well, indeed. So, what's now? Let me just check that this is set up right. So this should be timber 30, timber 30, timber 40, and then load that to 100%. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Looking at this carefully, I'm starting to think, oh, the platforms don't actually have invisible signals. Yeah, that's not a bad point, Eurocity Boy Simulations. Maybe I do need to double check and actually set my platforms up to work properly, because, yeah, maybe they don't, and the behaviour therefore is a bit strange as a result. Anyway. As you can see, there's quite a lot going on in this bit. There's lots of freight. There's quite a substantial freight operation going on here. Basically sending. So for the main, so I haven't provided all of the freight materials for every single city. But what I've tried to do is for the biggest cities, as the cities get bigger, the kind of the top 5, I try and start providing all the materials they need. So it's not ideal though. So they don't seem... Freight's weird in this game. Like, unless you basically set up one single dedicated direct line, it seems to take ages, and it never seems to flush. Particularly if you have trains that service multiple cities with the same goods, it just doesn't seem to work very well. It's not ideal. God, yeah, it's already getting busy along here. Look at this, train after train. Look at this. Yeah, they are. You know what? Let's test that theory by putting in some signals here. Oh yeah, the cache is gone, but we won't worry about that too much. Did a train just appear? No, it did. Anyway, we're going to do this and this, and we're going to do this and this, and also this, to kind of catch trains as they get in. Maybe you should have done them all in the same place, but I'm at peace with this anarchy. Bit of anarchy is always a bit of fun. Good. I think that'll hopefully help. There we go. It's all going in that direction. What I probably should do, actually, to get this to work, I should probably have the signals just there, have the approach signals, but then so they basically run free on the way out. That may be... because they're all kind of queuing up, which... Maybe it's too densely signalled here, and I should keep them in the bay platform for longer. We'll work that out later. I think at the moment there's a bit of a congested clog for now. Oh, we're into 1861. That's exciting. Oh crap! There's some deep conversations going on in the chat, as always. It's like a rail natter, but it's not. OpenTTD is a good game to play, particularly when you add new JRFs and a JGR patch, says Jorge de Silva. Yeah, probably. I don't know what that means, but I know what OpenTTD is because I used to play it when I was younger. But it's too addictive. I mean, I get addicted to games, as you can see, anyway, as it is. So it's not the best to. Anyway, right. It's this stream's been going on for ages, and I think it's high time I ended it. So we've kind of created a rail network. Other than these sort of gaps over here, we've kind of created a functional rail network now. So what I propose is that I'm going to run it for a bit and see what happens. I will see you all next time. I'm going to try and save it every year so that if new stuff appears, new trains appear, I'll do it in stream. Because there's not a nice list of when all the vanilla stuff appears. Anyway, so I think it normally happens on like 5 and 10 years. It doesn't happen on random years. In any case, I will see you all next time. Where are we going to go that looks nice? We're going to have a look. Let's just pop into Shanklin and see what's going on. Not a huge amount by the look of it. In any case, I will, yeah. Oh, buildings are appearing. It's all happening. Cheerio, folks. I will see you all in the not too distant future. Cheerio.